Hey guys, it's Tanisha Coffee, aka the Lofty Entrepreneur here. And right now, I want to give you a tour of one of my favorite online software for social media. Now, social media is huge for business, every business really these days, but especially for small business owners who are dealing with a smaller team, but really want to have a huge impact on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you what my favorite tool and some of the reasons why I love it are. All right, so we are on the website for MeetEdgar. Now, first of all, I love this because it was started by a fellow woman entrepreneur. All right, sis, good job. Okay, secondly, what I really love about this is that you don't run out of content, right? So I am notorious for, creating a bunch of content for social media and then it never actually seeing the light of day because I haven't taken the time to actually schedule it on different platforms. And then when I do schedule it, I do really great. I'll schedule each one of them out. And then I have to, put it on my schedule to do it all over again. And it just ends up being a whole kind of, not as consistent as I loved it to be. That was before I found this tool. So this is going to be my new go-to 100%. So what I like about it, that it's the main selling feature for me that makes it different is, again, the fact that you don't run out of content. It actually will recycle your social media content. So it's good because that means you won't run out of content, but you also have to, be more thoughtful in what you put out here and what you schedule and how you, place things in here. But it's very easy to do in here. All right, let's go ahead and log in, take a look around. All right, so what happens with these accounts is, when you start off, first things first is that depending on the plan that you have, you can add various social media accounts. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, and here, Google My Business out. This is one of the reasons I really love this because there aren't as many platforms, especially, and then the fact that this can recycle content that you can, post directly to Google My Business, which if you're a local business, you definitely should check out my Local Domination Academy course, because it definitely focuses on how to really capitalize on local and especially tapping into the power of that Google My Business. I digress. So in any case, you can see here, I actually have connected one of my LinkedIn, my Facebook groups, my LinkedIn business page, my Facebook group, and I've actually added one of my Google Business profile accounts here. So however many you add depends on the type of account that you have. But there is an option for unlimited. And if you don't want unlimited, there is an option to add on, like one by one. If you choose to do so, it'll just cost you about $5 at this recording, about $5 additional per month to do that. So could be really worth it just depending on what your overall strategy is. So that's the accounts. Now I want to show you here on the categories, because to me, this is where the magic is, right? So again, on my particular account, I believe I have 4 categories total. Yeah, it says the default is 4. So if you were using this and you were only using it for one brand, then you can have, kind of different categories of content. So you could have one that's like evergreen content, meaning things that can, be recycled however often as needed. You can have promotions and specials and set this so it's only released at certain times. If you have content coming in from your blog posts, from your podcast videos and things like that, like you're on your YouTube channel, you can have all of those come into here. And then you could have, whatever additional category that you may want to have. So for me, in this case, I'm actually using this for 2 different brands. So for me, I'm, in the process of putting all my content for this particular brand that's going to go in here. And, for the Lofty Entrepreneur, the content is, as you can see, I've already got some content in here. So that's one of the things that I really love. So this helps you to basically separate the content and set rules for how the content is released, which is part of the way that it keeps content going. So for instance, if you had general content that were things that you always talk about in your business, well, if you created, like this one has, 56 blog posts, podcasts, and videos in there. For the most part, most of these can be recycled at any point in time. but it wouldn't do it until it got through all 56. So right now I have a year's worth of content in here that could just recycle and be useful to people. I could do the same thing in this type of category with a different type of content if I want to, or if I could choose to make this. So I like this section. This is very helpful for you guys. All right, so let's look at the library. Okay, so the library obviously is where you're keeping, all of the content that you've put up here. So for instance, we're looking right here, right now, you're seeing a bunch of podcasts that have been, pulled into here. And I'll show you that in the integration section. So that made it super simple to pull those things in. If you were, for each piece of content, you can kind of click on it, you can edit it. So right now, these are in the blog post podcast categories. If I want to change it, I could go in here and change that. If I wanted to see, on a specific account, what content that was going to a specific account, I could do that here, or if I could do it by social network. So you got options. Options are good. Okay. Now for the queue, again, I don't have anything scheduled, but if I did, it would show up in the queue on what is currently being scheduled to go out. So that's where you go for that. Now for scheduling content, here's something that I like. It gives you a nice calendar view, right? So you literally can set rules for your different content. But what I like here is that you see how it says suggested time? It's actually telling you. So like for your LinkedIn stuff, for my business page, a great time for me to release content is 9-10 a.m. on a Tuesday. But for Facebook, in my Facebook group, it's better for it to do it at 2:40 p.m. or 3:05 p.m. on Thursday. So, it gives you those little hints on places where you might want to put content. But if I just want to choose content and I want to release something at 11 a.m. on a certain day, I just click on that. I choose the content that the platforms that I want it released on. I choose content from the category, choose that. And then I can decide what day of the week it goes out. If it's something that if I want, and when I'm choosing the category, if I want it to go, weekly on a certain time, boom, it's set right there. If I have a special post that I want to do, then I literally can go in and select one single post from my library. So you and set it just for that day and time. So it's very, very helpful. All right. And let's see, want to find the integration section, see if I can find that for you real quick. See if it's under here. Oh, I love this. Okay, so Edgar University, I like it because it has really, really great, easy to follow tutorials on how to do every single thing that you want to do. Okay, with this. So, some platforms you're kind of lost, but this platform, it gives you really great, guidance on how to do things. So I was looking for the integration section, but just to let you know, let's see if I can find it. Let's go back here. So create your own schedule. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, well, they may have moved it. That's okay. Just know that there is an integration section that can help you to be able to kind of pull in content from other resources. So maybe it's under settings. We'll do one last try to see if we can find it. Subscription device. Nope, it's not there. Okay, well, I'll find it later, but there's an integration section that lets you pull content from like RSS feeds. So that's a pretty cool kind of aspect of it too. Okay, if you were putting in content, say you wanted to type your blog post in here directly, you could do that as well. I tend to create graphics for things that, have all the content on it, but you could obviously do it here, add your social, you can put pictures, you can put videos. So very cool. And then also it gives you the opportunity, whether you're using this piece of content once or whether you want to only run it for a certain amount of time. So say that you have, a promotion going and you want to run it for the next 3 weeks, it'll keep doing that. So Very cool. All right, guys, that's it. You can nose around here a little bit. I just wanted you to know that this tool exists. I've tried, Hootsuite, I've tried Buffer, I've tried, several different platforms, and they're good platforms, all of them. But honestly, this one sold me for the fact that it will recycle the content. So even if I forget to add new social media content, my social media doesn't suffer. So if that is a challenge that you have, then you might want to consider that. And I also love that it can post to Google My Business. That is a huge, huge benefit in helping me to capitalize on local SEO. All right, guys, that's it for right now. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.